Sports fans in and around the great state of Michigan, and welcome to a little show we call the Hot Seat Sports Talk.
I'm Aaron. I'm Higgins.
I'm Alder.
And I'm Arnold, and we are just four guys who love to talk about sports. We have a lot to talk about this show. Let's get it started.
Yeah, so let's get started with this installment for this week. Conference Finals, NBA. Cleveland is up 3-1 against
Boom
the
shaka
Boston.
laka.
Can you let me finish the sentence?
They
could have had.
I have two shows left, man. I got to make it worth it for me.
3-1. It really looked. First two games looked like it was going to be a sweep. It did. It could have been a sweep. Could have been.
It would be a sweep if it wasn't
With
for
Isaiah out, especially with Isaiah Thomas out, you thought it would have been a sweep.
It would have been a sweep if it wasn't for good old Irish luck. Avery Bradley's three should not have won it.
Wow. Oh, the bouncy
That
one.
thing bounced like 72
You know
times.
what they call that?
Went around the rim in a toilet bowl like 3 times.
You know what they call that? Shooter's
What?
roll.
No. Shooter's touch, actually. But.
Shooter's roll.
I guess it's a roll.
3-1. You
More
think?
like 4-1 tonight.
Ooh.
Bada boom shaka laka.
Okay.
I gotta keep saying noises, man. I have 2 shows left. I'm sorry.
Now that's extra.
Okay.
Oh,
okay. All right, we're enough.
So then in the West, Golden State advances to the NBA Finals 4-0 over the San Antonio Spurs.
Well,
I'm
words.
shocked.
that happened.
It would have been a different series if Kawhi was healthy.
I knew you
Oh
would
my
say
God.
that.
I'll second Aaron on
How
that because
can
they
you
would have
not?
won game 1. And they
Yeah, I'm
would have
gonna be
put up
honest.
more
I
of a
thought it
fight
would go
in
to
San
7
Antonio.
games. To be honest,
See,
I thought it would, but
if Kawhi would have been healthy, it would have been a totally different series.
I would have gave San Antonio at most 2 wins.
Yeah.
At most.
I say 3. They could.
If they had Parker, how many would you give them?
Oh, 3.
3.
Still 3. They still would.
Maybe 4. But
Give them
I
the
mean,
series.
Maybe. If they're like completely healthy and everybody's like doing what they need to, like Aldridge. I mean,
I give a game 7.
yeah.
They need to trade them.
You think so?
They need to trade
No,
him.
I
No,
think give
I
them
don't.
one. See what happens after the next year.
Who would they get for?
It's just like Roberto
Anybody.
Aguayo of the NFL. He was great in college,
Blake
but the
Griffin.
first year he sucked, and now he still sucks.
Dude, it's gonna be Lonzo.
No.
No.
Lonzo's gonna be good.
No,
He
he's
better
not.
be good.
Yeah, he will.
He's trash.
Are you
How
kidding
is he
me?
trash?
Lonzo's
He just
stinks.
doesn't like Lonzo because he thinks he's better than him.
D'Angelo Russell, the guy that Lonzo's going to be battling with for the point guard spot, even said Lonzo's pretty cold.
Hang on.
Lonzo's
We
a
don't even
great
know if he's
player.
going on the Lakers. Who knows? Boston could pick him first.
They're
Or he
taking
could
Markel
go.
Fultz or they're
But
taking
they
the first pick.
Who knows what could happen?
I don't know if this has ever
I
happened.
know. I have the
Do you
insider
guys know if
scoop.
this happened? This has ever happened? Just say if Boston by miracle wins this series.
They won't.
By miracle, just let me finish. By miracle wins the series. By miracle wins the finals.
Oh, first team to NBA championship and then the number 1 pick?
Yeah.
That would be pretty.
I don't think it's ever
cool.
happened because it's only happened like twice that the number 1 team has gotten the number 1 pick. And I think it was like the Lakers with James Worthy. Don't quote me on that because I'm not positive, but I think it was the Lakers and somebody else, I don't know. But it was only happened like 2 other times. So I doubt NBA Finals would be like the second time. Just saying.
Yeah, but hopefully Boston can keep carrying it out. Not for that many. For not
Thumbs
For
up to
entertainment
thumbs
for-
down.
Not
man.
not much longer.
For entertainment purposes.
Yes, because that's all the NBA wants is the
Money.
money.
Well, I mean, I like money too.
Who don't?
Well, the NBA is a
That's true.
multi-billion-dollar business. So now it's Golden State's 3rd year in a row for the finals.
Also 12 in a row.
That's the first time, I think, right?
For them,
It's the
yeah,
best
it's
playoff
more-
record and they have like the most point differential. Is that what it was? I seen that.
I think so.
Yeah, better than any other team ever. And plus the
Yeah.
second team's like 2
And-
points behind.
and they game 4's final was 129-115. They played San Antonio played a lot of heart. They played as best as they could with the injuries that they had with Leonard, Parker, and Lee. Even though you guys think that David Lee's not good,
I didn't say he wasn't good. I said he was trash.
I didn't say.
He's so bad, dude. I'm sorry. He's just so bad, man.
I thought it was gonna be all nice and touchy, and then
yeah,
Wow.
so did I. I'm thinking myself.
Told you,
wow,
thumbs up to thumbs down, man. No
I'd
chill
give
on this
that-
episode.
well,
I'd give that one
there's
a
always
perfect
next
10,
year to
you
see
know,
what
it's-
happens. Who knows?
Appreciate
A rookie
that.
can make a
Appreciate that.
difference.
Yeah, depends on who we pick.
Who knows?
Depends on who the Clippers pick.
The
for the
Clippers.
draft.
The Clippers.
What a draft.
Ooh.
I mean, Diamond Stone, he's turned out to be an amazing prospect
Diamond
so far.
Stone from
Diamond.
Maryland.
Yeah,
Ew.
Clippers
I-
picked him, pretty sure.
Love his name.
Diamond Stone.
Diamond Stone.
Diamond Stone and Lob City.
I had a teacher in middle school. His nephew's name was Mountain. You probably know who this
Really?
His name is Mountain.
Mountain.
You don't remember him saying that in Spanish, Mr. Kornicki?
He has a nephew named Mountain?
His nephew's name is
Mr.
Mountain.
Kornicki was
Shout out to
Oh,
Mr.
yeah.
Kornicki.
I did not know that.
8th grade. That was like
I
2 years ago
remember
for
that.
us.
We're old.
That was
Any-
funny.
Anyway, so let's move on to the NHL before we get back to the NBA.
I called it.
What you mean you called it?
Nashville.
What you mean you called it?
4-2.
Nashville.
4-2. Nashville. I called it.
I appreciate you. I'm right here with
Nashville wins games 6-3. They advance their first Stanley Cup final.
you, baby. Pumping on, man. Yeah, I said pumping on.
This is all.
Who else
extra.
said what's going on again in the NHL?
And Pittsburgh's up 3. Tied.
They
3
also play
games
tonight, I think.
to 3.
I saw the game.
Ottawa will take game number 7.
In Pittsburgh?
Oh yeah.
I saw the game where I saw the full
no.
game because I was in Pittsburgh with my sister. We were watching the Pittsburgh game. I saw the game where they scored 7 goals.
Congrats
It
to
was
her.
crazy.
Congratulations.
It was crazy. I think Pittsburgh will win again tonight. It won't be like the 7-0. I think it'll be,
Has every team at
3-2.
home won every game at home?
yes, I think so.
Yeah. It's kind of like the Boston-Washington series. In
Pretty much.
basketball.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
If in that case, I'm going to take Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, yeah.
Pittsburgh's got this.
Now,
Sadly.
if Pittsburgh wins, they go to their 2nd straight. Ottawa wins, they're in their first. With Nashville in their first.
That'd be pretty cool finals.
By
Honestly.
predicting if this finals happen.
Which one?
Ottawa,
Well, Ottawa, Pittsburgh, or Ottawa.
Nashville.
Nashville.
Who wins that one?
Nashville.
Nashville, baby.
In.
Oh,
Six.
6. You got to give Carlson and the Senators a little bit. Don't, nope.
I like
Aaron,
Nashville.
bro,
I
say,
like
say a
Nashville.
different number.
I like Nashville.
Don't say 6.
I like Nashville in 5.
Okay,
Okay,
good.
we're good.
Okay. Whew, that was a close
5. I'll take odd. 5 or 7.
Ooh,
one.
Pittsburgh, Nashville.
I think that'll be 7.
Oh,
With
man.
Pittsburgh.
Don't make me
course.
do it, man. Don't make me do it.
Do it.
Pittsburgh in 6.
Bro.
I don't, man.
Ow.
I want Nashville to win. They're not my team, but you
It'd be
know,
cool.
PK. I like PK a lot.
Yeah, I would probably. That's tough.
Plus, like 3 other starters are injured, aren't they? Johansson and like 2 other people.
Yep.
It's impressive.
I give that to Nashville, and
So the Blackhawks with nobody, man.
I give that to Nashville in 7.
Didn't even notice. Didn't even look out the window.
Wow.
That's sad. Whatever.
People
Moving
are
on.
just walking into our studio like they don't even care. All right.
What do you think, Eric?
What do you think?
Oh man,
You want me to flip a
I'm
coin
liking
for you?
Nashville.
Ooh, Nashville.
Okay.
Ed, please do not say a sweep.
I'm thinking they're doing all right now. I give them 6 or 7.
Okay. Reasonable. All right. So now for Major League Baseball,
Ooh, my topic.
we have a doubleheader coming up on Friday. Detroit at Chicago.
White Sox?
Correct.
Okay.
You got to be more specific. There's 2.
You just said it.
Yeah, I know.
Sox.
I know. But
Oh,
just
you had
in
me
general.
excited, man. I'm like, oh, Cubbies about to work the Tigers. And
Exactly.
You go, Sox.
They don't
And
play
I'm
them
like,
this year.
Sox.
Well, that's
Yeah,
sad.
Tigers are getting that.
Yeah.
Both of them?
Yep.
Yeah.
Tigers do not.
Didn't they trade Chris Sale? Or what's his name? Or their
The White
pitcher?
Sox did, yeah. He's on Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's on the Cubs, isn't he?
No.
No, he's on the
No.
Boston Red Sox. He's with
He
Dave.
almost
He's
made
the
the
one
trade.
with
Made
David
it-
Price, Rick Porcello. And-
That proves my
Speaking of the Cubbies, real quick, did you see what's his name? Schwarber hit an out of the park home run the other day.
He did.
Out of the park, dude. Schwarber.
Speaking of the Cubbies, they're in LA playing the Dodgers this weekend in 3.
Ooh, that'll be a good game.
It'll be a good series.
Dodgers in 2, winning 2, Cubs winning 1.
I'll take the Dodgers in that series.
Let's see here in the Dodgers.
Depends on who's pitching.
If Kershaw's pitching, that's
Kershaw's
a
got to
win.
be pitching.
Kershaw is
Oh, of
pitching.
course
Yeah,
he is.
against Chicago.
Because that's prime
You
time.
think back-to-back games he's gonna pitch?
No.
No,
No.
nobody
This
is.
isn't like
Oh,
the
you think
80s
you
where
think
they
they'd be
pitch
like,
back-to-back.
Every other, like, the
You think,
other day.
we might get like a Kershaw Arrieta matchup for game 1 or game 2?
I think somebody
That'd be
should
sure.
look this up.
That'd be a really good pitching game. It'd be
That'd
like
be really-
pitcher dominated. I'll take Kershaw on the Dodgers,
Yeah, I can see where you're coming
Yeah,
from.
I like the
with that.
Dodgers in that series as well.
but I say they split. How many games are they playing? 2,
It's 3.
3. I'll
It's
take
a weekend
Dodgers.
series.
Dodgers get
And then
to
our
it.
last,
Yeah.
and then our last series is the St. Louis Cardinals at the Colorado Rockies.
Cardinals.
I'm gonna roll on with the Rockies. Rockies are looking nice.
Roll on.
Roll
the
on with the
Rockies.
Rockies.
Yep.
Me
Okay.
too.
It's like an avalanche of rocks.
I'll agree with Eric. I'll take St.
I
Louis.
don't know why I said that.
I'll take the
I
Cardinals.
don't know why I said that.
That's a little weird.
Whatever, man.
I'll take the Cardinals in that. So that's all for baseball.
That's
And
it.
yeah, there's only three actually intriguing series this weekend.
Oh.
So in the NFL,
Keep it the
the
Rockets and
Patriots have
Cardinals are
signed
intriguing.
wide receiver Andrew Hawkins to a 1-year contract.
I have one question.
Who was that?
Who is that? Yeah.
He's a wide receiver from Cleveland.
Wow.
I'm
The
not-
Browns or from
Cleveland
Cleveland
Browns.
College?
Cleveland Browns.
What?
Well, people are allowed to sign
Andrew
undrafted
Haw-
rookies right now.
Andrew
So I'm
Hawkins.
like, oh, is he
yeah.
an undrafted rookie or
No, from Cleveland. Cleveland is the team he played
The
for.
Browns.
I think
did he
had like
play at all?
he had like 3 touchdowns and like
Really?
yeah, he was a very good fantasy spot, but he's definitely a starter. But think about this for New England now.
Oh, they got a couple
You
decent.
know how many
Listen,
wide
they-
receivers New
They
England
got
has?
They
Jordan
got Michael
Edelman,
Floyd,
Didn't they
Brandon
just get
Cooks.
Brandon Cooks?
Andrew
Julian Edelman.
Hawkins,
Michael Floyd.
Danny Amendola.
No,
No, Michael
he-
Floyd. Michael
yeah,
Floyd signed
he-
with Minnesota.
yeah.
Danny Amendola.
Yeah.
He's not a starter.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
he's
So
gonna
is
be
Gronk at tight end.
Yeah, but he's
And
gonna be
Dwayne Allen
he's-
too.
But they don't usually start with 4 receivers. They start with either 2 or 3.
That's what I'm saying. They're not starting that kid. Or old man, however old he is. I've never even heard of him, so.
Running back. Who do they have a running back?
LeGarrette
James
Blount.
White.
No.
James White.
LeGarrette Blount signed with
Oh,
the
yeah.
Eagles.
James White.
Oh.
Guy that scored the overtime touchdown to beat the Falcons.
James
Shout
White.
out to James White. Super
Oh,
Bowl
yeah.
MVP.
Who else?
Scrubs. Name's not worth mentioning.
Can't trust a New England back, especially that system.
No, James White's a pretty decent running back for that team, though.
Especially if you're a fantasy.
He stepped
player.
up a lot.
For what they needed.
Especially
yeah.
if you're a fantasy player, you can't trust a New
No,
England back.
no. Mm-mm.
You can trust a tight end. You can trust your quarterback.
You can't. You know, you technically can't trust a tight end because Rob Gronkowski's been getting like injured. for the
Yeah,
past
he
2
was.
Years. You of all people would know.
Yes, I do know.
Yeah, I traded Gronk to him before he got injured, which was a steal because I got Le'Veon Bell.
So lucky, dude.
I know you
He
are.
was so
And
mad.
who won the championship?
Because you got Le'Veon.
Because you got lucky.
You
Is-
seriously beat me by 40
is
points.
Is it in your guys' control that Le'Veon Bell scores 47
if
points in
that
one
trade
game?
It's
didn't
not in my
happen,
control,
I would
exactly.
have beat you by 30.
This isn't NFL fantasy
This
show.
doesn't mean
Let's
you
just-
have to brag about it all the
If
time.
If you
I
didn't
didn't know.
get Le'Veon, I
Come
would
on.
have beat you by like 30.
If I never would have traded him to you, probably never would have won the championship.
Coulda, woulda,
I
shoulda.
probably
Let's
would've.
move on, Aaron.
Yeah, let's
All right,
move
let's
on.
This
Let's go
summer's
back to
gonna
the NBA.
What?
For sure. For sure.
And
That's extra. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Just
no.
keep on.
Oh, you
Oh, we
guys-
just covered that.
Yeah, I said we would go back to it. Now we're going back to it.
But why?
Because. Because what? Okay. Do you think I have a question for you, Joe?
Oh, I'm an open book. What's up, man?
Do you think this is LeBron's best playoff season ever?
I'm gonna give you a yes and a no. Shooting percentage, yes. Number wise, no.
What about what he did
Because
last
there-
year, though?
Because there is
The
a
best playoff LeBron was last year.
because there is a bug going around. That's why he wasn't that
bug?
great in Game 3.
Did you say a butt?
There's a,
A
bug.
bug.
Oh,
B-U-G.
bug. No,
A
he's
bug.
fine. Oh, I'm not even
Are
gonna.
you sure? Because
Well, I mean,
he
Richard
didn't want to
Jefferson-
announce it.
Well, I mean, Richard Jefferson's trying to like back him up or whatever and say that he's like
Oh,
sick or
just
whatever. I mean, I don't believe it. He's not. He's not. He just had a bad game.
Everybody has
he
a
has
bad game.
It's his first bad playoff game in about 3 years. Everyone has a bad playoff game. Look at James Harden, for example. Shout out to James Harden because he's trash. Anyways,
Wow.
yeah, I'm just throwing shade at
Who
everybody.
else is
today, man.
trash?
Thank you to Jim.
Oh,
Thank you
Rick
to my
Barry's son, Florida Gator. He's trash.
dude. He
Puts up no
he
numbers.
throws underhand.
Yep.
Which is
The only,
great.
only thing cool at the bottom.
That's great.
His haircut's whack too. Shout out to Rick Barry's son, man. First ever shout out he'll ever get in a sports talk, man. Anyways, yeah, LeBron. He's not sick. He'll be fine. They'll win tonight, close out the series in Boston, and get ready for Golden State June 1st.
Game 7 finals.
Yeah, I'm saying they're going 7 games probably.
Golden State.
Golden State.
I'm taking Cleveland
Of course.
because,
I wouldn't be
You never-
I wouldn't be
like Tom
surprised.
Brady, you never count out LeBron.
You
I
okay, bud?
have no idea. I have to think.
Golden State should be your team, or at
Yeah,
least it
for real.
was.
It was, but then I grew out of that stage. It was like my adolescent years.
Come to the good side, Brian. Come on,
Don't go to
come
the,
with
good
me.
side.
Come with me.
the good side.
Come with me, man.
if Boston gets in somehow,
Do you have cookies?
then I'd choose Golden State. But with Cleveland in, it's a different situation.
Of course.
Come on,
Do you have cookies?
do it.
Do you want me to put your old image of you in your Golden State shirt on camera?
No.
Then I suggest you take Golden State.
Join.
Just because he's blackmailing me.
Oh my goodness,
But
no.
he has cookies.
Do you have cookies?
I have cookies on my
Then I
side.
pick Cleveland.
Simple as that, man. Bribery.
With cookies.
Looks like black belt didn't
Girl
work.
Scout cookies or
I got every kind, man. Ginger snaps,
Okay.
Oh, Cleveland in a long shot
Snickerdoodles?
then.
snickerdoodles,
I see you.
Okay.
everything, man. I'm telling you.
We had a discussion
Christmas cookies.
earlier in the week about Spurs guard Manu Ginobili. We had a discussion earlier.
You announce it. I'll tell my opinion on why, but then we'll
I'll
have them decide.
go first, and we'll hear from the Clipper guy and the past Golden State dude.
Yeah.
Just call me the Detroiter.
Okay.
We might get copyright for that. That's a TV show now.
Oh,
we
I'm
might
sorry.
get copyrighted.
Call me the kid who likes Detroit.
Good enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Does I actually think Manu Ginobili deserves to be a Hall of Famer.
Okay, that's one yes. Hold
Yeah.
on.
Yes.
Me no.
If you look. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
5 rings, yes.
4.
4, my bad.
Oh.
5 is Tim. 4 rings
You're
because
thinking,
of Tim.
You're thinking of 5 of Tim.
I am, man. Shout out to Tim. Another shout out.
Is he trash too?
No, Tim's a legend, bro.
Okay.
I'm gonna say it right now. Tim's a legend.
Okay.
All right. Anyways, 4 rings. Average what would you say? 13, 3 and 3 or 13, 4 and 4 his whole career.
About 16-4-4.
Okay, 16, 4, 4. He's not on like the top 100 of the all-time scoring list or assist list or rebound list. Maybe steals, not really sure. Shout out to Ginobili with the steals because he had that really cool block too, but he's not on the blocks either. So,
No, because he should be on
if
block.
Chris,
He's
for
not a big
comparison
man.
right now, Chris Webber got
Garbage.
snubbed out of the Hall of Fame this year. He has all the numbers, just no rings.
He can go in.
Yes,
There's still
he'll
time.
probably go in next year or the year after that, depending on when Kobe and Tim go in, whenever. If he
Then-
didn't make it this year when he was supposed to go in with Tracy McGrady, I don't see Manu getting in at all. Because Weber beats him in all the categories except rings.
But it depends on who.
But Manu was never
But you
number
gotta
one on
wait-
his
you
team.
gotta
Weber
wait.
was number one on every team he played for.
You got to
basically.
wait 4 to 5 years to,
Yeah.
to get in.
Right.
It all depends on if he retires this
Yeah.
year.
Oh, you should. You need to
If
relax.
he retires this year,
Yeah.
it depends on who he goes in the with.
Okay, real quick though, Yao Ming, he has no rings,
No,
and he doesn't have a lot of stats either though. But
they put him in.
He's
yes,
a
that's what I'm
beast.
saying.
He was a giant.
Yes,
beast.
he was a giant and probably like the best Chinese player of all time. I'm just saying.
Right.
Even that's saying that rings don't really matter when it comes to Hall of Fame. It matters with like
And I'm not
legendary
saying rings.
discussions.
I'm not saying the rings. For him,
He's
he also leads the team in all-time 3-pointers made.
that's team. That's why I
But
said that
that's
he'll end
also
up getting.
team. The committee also looks at that,
Right.
and they also look at outside
That's why I'm saying
Okay.
he's more of a
outside the NBA.
team
as well.
jersey retired more than a Hall of
No.
Fame guy to me.
No,
But you guys make
No.
your case now.
yeah, you guys make your case for Manu.
Eric, go ahead.
You go first.
Yeah,
All right.
you're on the spot.
Where's he from? Argentina?
Slash Spain,
See.
yeah.
No, Argentina.
How often are you gonna find guys in the NBA that are from Argentina?
Exactly. Not that.
I mean, in the EuroLeague, yeah.
It's
but
kind of
Now,
in
we're
the
not talking
EuroLeague.
Euro. We're talking NBA.
I'm gonna say he's a top 5 international player of all time. He's top 5. Dirk's number 1 in my opinion.
Dirk is number 1 in mine as well.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Dirk is number 1. Ginobili's probably number 2.
Who
Two.
else is really famous international?
That's a good
Paul
question.
Gasol, Marc Gasol,
Oh,
Gasol
those are
brothers.
good.
Louis Scola.
That's.
I can't put.
What about the
Manu
guy
under
from the
Gasol.
Nuggets? Isn't there like?
Jurkovic, Kristaps Porzingis. I know, but he's young.
We have to see how he goes in a couple more years.
Boban
see what happens.
Marjanovic.
Boban?
Honestly, yeah, Manu's probably the second best international player of all time.
Prob-
I
He has-
forgot
I just
about
don't
Yao
think-
Ming.
I just don't think he has the all-time stats.
He also won
Sixth
two.
man. Yeah.
He won a 6-man. He also won 2 gold medals with Argentina against Team USA, which was so dominant back then.
But they weren't too dominant back then. That was like their weaker.
2004.
That was a little bit of a weaker roster compared to
Well,
Just
now.
the Pistons won championship.
And then the Spurs took it right back.
That's
from
your
him.
reason why they won. Wow, Brian.
What do you-
I'm just kidding.
So back to
Anyway.
you. Back to you. What do you?
Look at Yao Ming and his numbers compared to where he came from.
Right.
And then look at Ginobili. He doesn't really have the numbers either, but nobody else came from where he did. So it's kind of like a Yao Ming situation a little bit with more rings.
And his numbers.
But
kept-
is he as
his numbers
legendary as Yao Ming
increased.
was?
Think about how long he's played.
Even for his country, though, like he's not like,
Ginobili's numbers.
idolized in his country. Like Jeremy Lin was idolized in China forever because he was like dope for like a year.
He was.
Oh
you're
yeah,
right, for a
it
year.
was like
I saw that
Yao
special.
Ming's literally like a basketball icon for their whole country. I mean, you can't really say that about Ginobili. It's just like basketball is a huge thing there.
I mean, me
He's
and
not
him-
like the
me
sports
and him-
person though.
Me and him went to the Pistons game. San Antonio was in town.
Yeah.
There's people with Argentinian flags all
Yeah.
all over
Everybody
the place.
was obsessed. With
Everybody,
to be
everybody,
honest.
every fan, you know,
But then everybody got mad because
at
he
every
wouldn't sign
game,
anything.
there's
So then they
always
were
an
like, "Oh,
Argentinian
shoot."
flag.
Yeah.
Wherever the Spurs go, there's always an Argentinian flag.
I'm not hating on him. I just don't think his numbers.
Because-
are good enough, to be honest. That's just
Just
my
like you
opinion.
said, China probably idolizes Yao Ming
Yeah, I hear
just
you.
as much as Argentina idolizes Manu.
I hear you. Brian,
What
your
do you-
opinion?
it's a tough
Okay.
decision.
When it comes to his numbers, they're average. If he was to be in the Hall of Fame, it would not be because of the 16-4-4.
Yeah.
What I would be looking at is all the legendary stuff that he has done in the past to help him get there. I'm not saying if he does or does not deserve to go. I'm saying he probably will, because people will probably decide. I don't know if he should. I don't know that much about his past, about what he did in the Euro.
I mean, oh yeah,
But-
that's how he came over.
I say he probably will be in it, but I don't know if he deserves it or not, because I don't know much about him.
Do you think if he is up for it, do you think he's a first ballot Hall of Famer?
First ballot?
I say yes. First ballot for him, probably.
First
If he's up, for it, I say he's in. First time. It won't take multiple tries. He'll get in first time.
It depends on the class that he's in.
It depends on who retires with them, because I don't know anybody that's gonna retire this year. I mean,
Other than the Clippers dude.
Paul Pierce.
And what did he do, though?
Paul Pierce.
KG's still waiting too. KG, Tim Duncan, and Kobe will probably be one class.
They will be, but who will? If Ginobili does hang it up,
If Dirk somehow retires this year,
Dirk's
but I don't
coming-
know.
No,
Dirk-
stays
Dirk-
playing
Dirk's
next
coming
year.
back.
Plus Vince Carter's playing next season too.
What about Parker?
Tony.
Parker-
Tony
he's
Parker.
like 36, isn't he?
He'll probably still
Tony,
play.
Tony
Gonna
just
play?
turned 35. Happy belated birthday to him. Shout out to him.
Is he gonna play or is he
Marshall.
done?
He's
Because he got injured and stuff.
I think
Here-
him and
here's-
Manu both
here's
come
my
back
opi-
a year,
here's
man,
my
honestly.
here's my opinion on whether Ginobili walks or not. He'll talk to his family
Mm.
because he's got three boys at home.
Of course.
I did not know.
He's got three
Yeah.
boys at home. He'll talk to Pop.
Talk to Parker.
He'll talk to Parker, and he'll talk to Tim.
I was to say he'll probably call Tim up in the house. You know,
He'll-
yo, what up, Timmy? You know,
I mean, they still. I mean, he might even talk to David Robinson because they play together. I mean, all those factors. If Parker, treatment for his ruptured quad goes good, Tony feels good, he'll come back. I see Ginobili will give it one more shot, but he will take a pay cut because there's no way that the Spurs should sign him for 1 year for $14 million like they did this previous.
I'm saying he's coming back, no doubt. Just for the fact of, like, let's say he was on a rebuilding team, like,
This is a rebuilding stage for him.
well, not really, because they're still winning. They're a winning team
They're-
every year. But
They're
like,
contending,
let's say he was,
but they're not.
let's say he was a Chicago Bull, for example, right? For his whole career, let's say he was on Chicago, right? They're in a rebuilding state. Even if he won the rings with, like, let's say Chicago was in the same like position as San Antonio, like they won the rings and all that. If they're rebuilding, I don't think he would come back, even though because they're rebuilding, because he has nothing to stay there for. So considering San Antonio is still a winning team and rebuilding at the same time, I'm saying he's gonna stay.
Yeah, he's gonna stay just to help the new kids coming in, and still those younger guys.
DeJounte mostly, kinda.
DeJounte, Brennan,
He's basically
Brennan,
their point guard future, man. And
Brennan,
Forbes, yeah.
Brennan. If they keep Brennan, whoever comes out of the draft, I have no idea who
I
they
think
look
they have like 20 something.
late.
Like,
They're saying they're looking at all kinds of foreign guys. Of course,
well, yeah.
because the Spurs made it number one.
Pops loves the foreign
They-
people.
How do you think they got Parker, Ginobili, Gasol, all those guys? Boban,
Well,
and
Gasol
Boban
was-
and all those guys.
Yeah.
But it was a great thing to see, even though that they were down by 25 with a minute left. They're down 3-0. They're getting knocked out.
They give them
They're-
props for fighting now.
Place is still full. They're still chanting it, screaming at the top of their lungs. Manu, they just keep chanting Manu for 2 minutes until he checks out, an ovation.
And he started
And
too. If it was the last
there-
game, he started.
ESPN's Doris Burke was interviewing Durant after the game. And they cut Durant's interview because Manu was walking off.
Really?
She
Yep.
told Durant, like, I'm gonna cut you off for a second. And they just shot Ginobili walking in, and they were both. They didn't show it, but I probably imagine they were both watching him walk in. You know, Durant gave him good props.
Yeah.
I give him props for that. He says, and he wears my shoes every year, so that's a plus.
But nobody wears the shoes?
Yeah, he wears KD's. Just wears colors, of course.
That's cool.
It's funny.
But if it is the end, it's the end. It's
How many years has he played? 17?
2002 to now. No,
15?
16,
15 or
15,
16?
16 years.
Wow.
Oh, man. Well,
If
Dirk
it-
and Vince are playing their 20th,
So
I think.
Years of
Dirk's
basketball.
going on 20, I think, yeah. I don't know what Vince is going on, but I don't know.
Oh.
I think Manu comes back.
Quick- yeah. So quick fun thing for next week. We're picking the Belmont.
Oh no.
Woohoo! Last
We were,
one of the
supposed to,
Triple
we were
Crown.
supposed to pick the second one, but
Yeah,
we
but we had
Oh,
we couldn't
and my
record
my
last
horse
week because-
resigned. What was up with that? You see that? My horse
Yeah.
wasn't even in the race. What's up with that, man?
Always dream.
Always dreaming? What are you doing, owners?
Don't
I
even
ain't
talk
watching
about it.
what you
Don't
doing,
even
man.
talk about it.
Okay, me and my dad had him in the bet.
Mhm.
He was the favorite, 4 to 5 odds.
Yeah, and he pulls out. What the heck?
He was leading coming into the final stretch. He comes in 8th.
Cloud computing.
Cloud computing. Who? No, there's no
Okay.
Triple Crown. That goes the fun of that. So, I mean, that's all the time we have for this week. We'll be back next week for
The special edition show.
a special edition, the season finale of the Hot Seat Sports Talk. We're gonna our 2 new co-anchors will be in.
Two?
2. We're gonna be switching off and on.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna be
okay.
switching off and on. We're recap do what we do all the time. We're gonna recap our best moments from the year, and always say goodbye to you, because it's your last show. Plus, we're gonna be looking sharply dressed. Hopefully, looking at you, Eric.
I don't know about that.
Man.
I do the same thing all the time.
I'm looking at you. Because you just wear a hoodie and shorts every single day when it's 32 below out.
Or if it's
should have been with us
90,
going to
well-
Coney, dude. We walked there. I was in shorts and a t-shirt. It was
That's-
like 4 degrees out.
he
And
fell in the
that's,
snow.
that's all we have
Fell
for
in
you
the
this
snow.
week.
John tackled me though.
Well, that's all we have for this week. We'll be back next week. Till then, keep it fresh.